It's real important to recognize that every boat's a compromise. There's not one boat that will do it all. You know, and then you can kind of hone in on what it is that you're looking for and what's going to be the best fit for you really at this time of your life. Maybe it's a skiff for a certain time, maybe it's a bay boat for a certain time, maybe then you want to jump onto a full-on offshore boat. That all plays into how you choose a boat.
Yeah, baby, jump for us, jump for us. Woo! Oh! Yeah! Come on, come on. Oh! He ate it! He ate it! He ate it! Nice, baby! Yeah, that's what I'm talking about! I thought you said you had to... I got him, relax. Oh! Dude, he just ripped my boat off. Oh! Awesome, look at that big boy! Woo!
The Hawks Cay Saltwater Experience, presented by YELLOWFIN, with Captain Tom Rowland and Captain Rich Tudor.
You know, over the years, one of my favorite things is to talk to the people that watch the show and talk to the people that we see at these shows like the Miami Boat Show or seminars or anything that we're doing. And, you know, the common thing is there are about 3 questions that are definitely the most asked question. One are about knots, like how do I tie this onto this or whatever. That's like a technical fishing question. But then you got, you know, oh, where's the best place to go? That's a question that we get all the time, but maybe even more than either one of those 2 questions is, I'm thinking about getting a boat, which boat should I get? And you know, you have to realize this when you're going into a situation where you're trying to find out what type of boat you want, is that every boat is a compromise. That's what I say is, every boat is a compromise. There's not one boat that will do it all. You're not gonna take a boat that you can run 200 miles offshore and take it up into 6 inches of water and fish for redfish. And you're not gonna take that super skinny redfish boat and take it 200 miles offshore. It's just, there's some sort of compromise in there. We're lucky enough that we've got a 17-foot skiff that we can use. We got a 24-foot bay boat. We got this 26-foot boat that is kind of a hybrid inshore bay boat, offshore boat, and then a full-on 36-foot boat. And when people are looking for that boat, you know, you got to start asking them questions like, well, what do you like to do? How many people normally are going fishing with you? Are you taking kids fishing? Do you like inshore? Do you like offshore? Are you know, and then you can kind of hone in on what it is that you're looking for and what's going to be the best fit for you really at this time of your life. Because at different parts of your life, like as your kids grow up or as you have different interests, you know, maybe a different style boat, you know, maybe it's a skiff for a certain time, maybe it's a bay boat for a certain time, maybe then you want to jump onto a full-on offshore boat. That all plays into how you choose a boat.
Oh, that's a good one, man.
Right on, buddy.
It's all about the spot. We're sitting there worrying about the wrong baits, the wrong lures, the wrong everything. And it's all about the spot. There's a different boat style for every use, and you know, it's kind of like a golf clubs. You know, there's a different club for every purpose. We fish out of, you know, what's probably the most common boat, mostly is the bay boat, and that's kind of like that 5-iron. Does a little bit of everything. You play the whole course of that 5-iron. And that bay boat we've done everything from offshore, way offshore, for dolphin fishing to the shallowest bonefish and redfish, and that one boat can do it all. But now, you know, when we expand into that, you know, I look at over the years, the things we've done out of that bay boat, it's been pretty amazing. It's that all around, you know, when we have the choice of, all right, we have to take one boat and we don't know what we're gonna do today, that really gives us the widest variety. We can get up in there probably 12 inches of water comfortably, and we can catch redfish, bonefish. We've done it. We've had great times with, you know, going out offshore and catching dolphin. We've had, you know, days on wrecks. We've had days, you know, way out in the Gulf. You know, we've done so many different things out of that bay boat over the years. Oh, look at him go!
Big dog.
Woo, yeah, baby!
Big dog on the smallest rod in the boat. We knew that was gonna happen.
Oh, was that a pilcher?
Yep.
Oh my gosh, you like that, didn't he?
The bay boat even even though it's our most versatile boat, you're still compromising some things. You know, if somebody were to say, you know, what I really like doing is I really like fly fishing for tailing redfish, and I love fly fishing for bonefish, and I love just going out there by myself, and this is just what I like to do. I don't have any interest in going offshore, and really nobody ever goes fishing with me except my buddy. It's just me and him, and we just go. I'm gonna say, you know what, a skiff, because that's the type of fishing that you want to do.
You can probably make it.
Here we go. Oh, he just came right out of the water and ate it. Got one. Oh, look at them all.
Like tournament days.
That's incredible, dude.
You know, the smallest boat is gonna be like a technical skiff. And that boat's gonna be anywhere from 14 to 17, maybe 18 feet long. And it's gonna be a boat that is designed, you know, for a guide to be on the back and push it along with a pole. You'll also have a trolling motor on some boats like this, but that boat is designed to be very, very shallow. They're gonna make the hull in a way that the waves don't slap on the hull. It's very ultra quiet. It's a very technical boat designed for fishing for fish in the shallowest of water. You know, in order to go in shallow water, you're gonna need more of a flatter bottom of the boat. So that's going to be somewhat of a compromise on how rough you can take that boat. You know, are you gonna, have to go straight across the bay, or are you gonna have to hug a bank, or are you gonna have to choose your days on long runs?
I love that neon blue on him.
Look how perfectly camouflaged he is.
He ate that shrimp pretty good.
I'll let him go and he'll just disappear.
You're not getting away.
Oh, there you go, yeah. Nice. Woo. That's awesome. Yeah. Woo.
The Hawks Cay Saltwater Experience, presented by YELLOWFIN, is brought to you in part by Hawks Cay Resort. Find what lures you. Lowrance, America's #1 fish finder. B&W Trailer Hitches, towing adventure. Mercury Marine, go boldly. St. Croix Rods, the best rods on earth. Yeti, built for the wild. And by Ameritrail Trailers, Daiwa, Marathon, Power Pole, and Reflex Boat Decking.
I'd say that the dividing line in my mind between the bay boat and the skiff, when people are trying to decide what they want to be in, is really, are you going to want to target tailing fish on a regular basis? Because those tailing fish are going to be up in less than a foot of water. And so that's where the bay boat will be a struggle. Now, the way to remedy that, if you want to be in a bay boat, is to then bring a paddleboard or a kayak with you in the bay boat. We've done that, and then successfully transition. That's kind of the best of both worlds. But if you're the guy that man, where you live, or you know where the fish are super shallow, whether it's the snooks with their backs out of the water, or the tailing reds and the bonefish, things like that, and you need to be in that shallow water a lot, and you're willing to pull in after those fish, a skiff is the better option. One's coming to it. There's another one coming. There's a whole another school, 10 of them.
You know, the other thing that's a deciding factor, if you're a dad that's got 3 kids, the number of people and their ages and their weight and how much, you want to fish with all 3 of those kids, or you got 3 friends, you got a group of your 4 fishing buddies. Man, you might want to move up to a bay boat, because now you can put 4 people in that bay boat and everybody can go.
Right, skiff's going to be comfortable for 2 to 3 people maximum, where the bay boat very comfortable for 4 to 5 people. There we go. There we go. Yeah. All right, hold on. Stay there for a second. Okay, real hard and fast. Slow down, slow down, slow down. Real hard and fast, hard and fast, hard and fast.
There you go. You got it. You got it.
Okay, this one's not getting away.
Yeah, you got it. Straight through. Straight through here. Okay, good, good, good. We're clear.
You're not getting away.
Oh, there you go. Yeah. Nice. Woo. That's awesome. Yeah. Woo.
And the bay boat, we've done it all. Like permit fishing, you got going way up into the Everglades, catching stuff. We fly fished off that boat. We've caught tarpon, permit, bonefish, redfish, snook. everything that we fish for, we've been able to do it in the bay boat. We've even gone off and chased after sailfish, but you're still in a compromise. We're gonna go offshore and look for sailfish on the right day.
The very calm days.
Every day. Now, you have another guy that he's like, well, you know what? I like offshore. And I really don't have any interest in going back there and poling around and fishing for redfish. I wouldn't mind tarpon fishing at the bridge, and I wouldn't mind fishing in the bay for mackerels and stuff like that. And I really like to get in there and catch bait where it's real shallow. And you know, maybe I want to use the trolling motor and kind of fish around for tarpon in some of the deeper moats around the islands. Now you're looking at maybe like the 26.
Yeah, we started fishing out of this 26 hybrid this last year, and really the dividing line between the 26 hybrid and the 24 bay is about 6 inches of draft, to where you're easily able to fish in 12 inches of water with the bay boat. You need 18 with the hybrid. Besides that, it does almost everything else just fine. With the trolling motor up there on that hybrid, you're able to maneuver it effortlessly, just like the bay boat, in 18 inches of water or more. No problem. And a lot of our fish are in 18 inches of water or more. Certainly gives us a lot of options. But the big...
We fished triple tail in the Everglades. We went up there and we were just trolling around. We could easily use the trolling motor. Some days you don't have to, but you have that option.
That one might work. Oh yes, he likes that. Eat it. Oh,
Got him.
Yeah. Isn't it crazy they're just laying around all over the place like this?
Fun. Once you get it in there, you got to kind of finesse it too, because the wind's blowing more than you think.
Yeah.
There's a real place for that kind of hybrid inshore, offshore boat where the bow is low enough that you can still have a trolling motor. Plus you can put a power pole on the back. So best of both worlds, really.
Yeah, and the biggest advantage of the 26 over the 24 bay is the ride. Both boats ride nice in a light chop, but once you get into that kind of 2 foot, 3 foot choppy rolly, that bay boat starts to be uncomfortable on a long ride. The sides are a little lower, so the spray comes over a little bit more. The 26 has a little bit more V, to where when you're cutting through that 2 to 3 foot chop, it's just a comfortable ride. So if you're gonna run 60 miles into the Gulf to go check out some wrecks, that 26 is just so much softer on the ride and allows you to make those long, comfortable rides.
Right.
This is a big one, Tom. This is a real big one.
Big ones.
Boy, I can feel it hitting the ledge down there though. But it's dropping from 30 to 80 really quick. Well, these cobias are interesting. They travel all over the country, really. All the way up the coastline, Florida, Georgia, Carolinas. Oh, that's a nice one. All right.
That one's definitely legal. You got the magic spot right here, man. I'm not kidding you.
Like, tell you what, I've been wanting to come out and do this for a long time. The dividing line in my mind between, like the 26, which is a little versatile of everything, for the guy that, I'll pick my days to go offshore, but I want to be able to do everything. The dividing line to me, why you would want to get the 32 or 36 or bigger, is I want to go offshore when the fishing's good. Right. And we've done that when the mahi fishing was really good offshore. It's blowing 15. Well, guess what? They're biting really good, and it's going to be a rough ride. And we've got to go 25 miles. But if we go out there, we're going to get them. You hit it, you hit it. You got it, big blow.
That's a good one.
Yeah, baby, jump for us, jump for us.
That's a good one.
Nice job, Tom. Woo!
I mean, if you're the guy that's just longing to be out there, like I can't imagine not being out there, then the bay boat's probably not the right boat for you, because you're gonna pick days that you get in over your head. Like the seas are gonna kick up, and that's not for you. A 26 is gonna be a much better bet, but if you're just the guy that's like, I don't care if it's how hard it's blowing, that's where I'm going. I'm going that direction every time. I don't even know what's on the other side of the bridge. I don't even care. Now you're looking for that full offshore boat.
It's like the day we went offshore fishing with Scott Walker and we took the 36, and it was a super rough day. I mean, we were kite fishing and those giant swells coming up, but that's where that big 36 wide, deep V, you know, we could just ride those troughs, comfortably fish. Tom, you getting pulled on too, buddy?
Yeah, I'm getting pulled on too. Believe it might be a bonita. Hoping I can get it around this.
They gotta be a pretty good sized bonita to eat a gog, huh?
Not really.
No? Nice.
Oh, looky
Cool,
there,
man.
looky there. Got another bite right
Bye,
there.
bye,
Got
Take
another
it.
one on? They're everywhere.
A 36 will handle any sea conditions that a responsible captain's going to go out in, but it's still small enough to get in and catch the bait. And that's really the big deal, because you know, you step up to that 39 and it's not going to go as shallow as the 36. And at some point you're just like, well, I'd really like to have that boat, but I really want to catch this bait. And so I'm not getting that boat, so I can do this. It always goes back to every boat's a compromise. No matter what your budget is, there is no boat that's going to do every single thing that you want to do. You just have to recognize that every boat's a compromise. Really spend some time talking to boat manufacturers, talking to, you know, fishing guides and people that you trust, of like, what is it that I really like to do? How many people am I going to be taking? And which boat would suit me at this point in my life the best?
Well, and one of the best things that we could do for somebody that's trying to decide what boat to go in is go charter a captain. We've got guys here, you know, in the 24 Bay and in the 26 and 36, you know, and a 39, where, you know, you could go out there and take a ride, fish a day, book a charter offshore, book a charter inshore, and get out in that boat and see what it does, see if it suits your need. And that's the best way to really, you know, decide.
That's a mutton all the way.
Nice mutton snapper.
Good work.
That's a keeper. That's a good one.
Tell you what, when they pull like that at that size, the 25-pounder, way to go, Brandon. Stick with it.
So for many people, the boat ramp or trailering the boat can be the most stressful part of any fishing day, and it really doesn't have to be. Here we are at the ramp today. It's a windy day, really nobody around. Busy weekend and nice weather in the summer. There can be boats lined up ready to go, and people can get really frustrated really easily. A couple things you can do to reduce that stress and have a better time is just be prepared. Make sure that when you get in line for that boat ramp that everything is ready. You have your straps off, you have your batteries on in your boat, your keys ready to go, just all the little details there, plugs in on the boat, things like that. And the other thing that I see people do that make a big mistake is when you pull up to the boat ramp and get ready to come out, make sure you tie your boat up on the outside of the boat ramp. Don't block the ramp from the other people pulling up. You know, put your boat securely tied on the outside of the ramp, then walk to get your truck, get in line, and be ready. And the most important thing I can tell you, and really the biggest stress point for me in the day, is the trailering itself. When I get on that road, trailing a boat in high speed down the highway, there's a lot that can go wrong with that trailer itself. So invest in the best quality trailer you can. I trust these Ameritrail trailers. They have the absolute best components, from the bearings that just will never go bad, to the tires themselves, the lights, just the framework. Everything's such a great, clean fit. It's the last thing I have to worry about is the trailer. So enjoy your time on the water. Remember, with Ameritrail, you can load, launch, and relax.
The Hawks Cay Saltwater Experience, presented by YELLOWFIN, is brought to you by YELLOWFIN, only in a YELLOWFIN. Hook. Tackle Direct, the world's premier fishing outfitter. Buff, built for ultimate sun protection. Waypoint, streaming the best hunting and fishing series. Download the app today. And by Burno and Rod Holders. Nikon. Wiley X. Lithium Pros. And Golden Boat Lifts.
Thanks so much for watching the show. We would love to get to know you better, and there's a couple of good ways to do that. You can follow us on Instagram, Facebook, or Twitter. We post there a couple of times a day, or you can find the Tom Rowland Podcast on iTunes or anywhere you find podcasts. really no matter what boat you decide that you're going to use, you just got to always remember that every boat's a compromise, and that if you have a real big boat, you got to be real careful in the shallow water. If you got a real little boat, you need to be real careful in the open water. And it's real important to kind of understand what the limitations of each vessel are. And so much of that comes from experience, but a lot of it comes from talking to other people and also getting real reliable information on what the weather's doing, and knowing exactly what is expected throughout the day, and not just going out there, you know, oh, it looks nice, I'm gonna run out there, and you never know, there might be a cold front coming in. And if you just really spent the time to read the forecast, to listen to the forecast, to make sure that you understand what the weather is doing before you get out there, then, you know, you're not getting yourself in trouble in a boat that can't handle a certain, you know, sea condition. And the same is true for, you know, if you're going to take a big boat back into the bay, you know, make sure that you know where you're going so you don't get a big boat stuck in an area that it really shouldn't be in.
Yeah, no matter what boat you choose, make sure you don't skimp on the electronics or the charts. For navigating the backcountry, allows you to go in a bigger boat comfortably and navigate all those backcountry channels confidently that you're not going to run aground. You know, it used to be that we'd think, oh man, I need to be in a little skiff in case I run aground. I'm going across shallow water. But if you've got the right running lines and you're confident of where you're going, it allows you to drive a bigger boat in there without any problems. And the same thing going offshore. Whether it's the right charts or the right electronics, make sure you have them so you can navigate safely and enjoy yourself.
Very cool.
All right, that's the way to start it out.
That is a good way to start it out. You got it? Yeah, got it.
All right, nice job! Woo, yeah!
Tom! Good job, brother.
Tell you this, boys.
Happy birthday.
I need to go after that fish.
Yeah, I'm gonna start pulling him down.
If you get in that channel, we get sharked. Wow, look how pretty they are. So colorful. Lit up, man. Look at them all. They're right there. Look how pretty he is.
Yeah.
Man. Silver. I love it when they're silver and blue like that. That one is
Tarpon
perfect,
time.
man.
Now it's permit time. Wow. Sight casting with a jig, Tom.
Good job, Jeff.
Wow. Incredible.